I've spent years documenting the struggles and triumphs of sea creatures caught in human-made perils. It's not always easy to watch, but these stories need to be told. Today, we're diving into some of the most heart-wrenching and inspiring moments in marine conservation. Get ready for a journey that'll tug at your heartstrings and show you the resilience of our ocean friends. Our first story takes us to the rocky shores of California, where a sea lion, Zalaphus californianus, is fighting for its life. The poor creature is tangled in fishing lines, cutting deep into its flesh. It's a sight that, well, it just breaks your heart. But hope isn't lost, A team of dedicated rescuers is on their way. As they approach, you can see the determination in their eyes. With steady hands and specialized tools, they begin the delicate process of freeing the sea lion. It's like watching a high-stakes surgery, every snip of the lines bringing this beautiful animal closer to freedom. And then, finally, the last line falls away. The sea lion, confused at first, suddenly realizes it's free. Now let's head underwater, where a green sea turtle, Chelonia midas, is in trouble. These ancient mariners have been swimming our oceans for millions of years, but they've never faced a threat quite like plastic pollution. This particular turtle is wrapped up in plastic bags, its flippers trapped and unable to swim properly. But here comes help in the form of a diver with a pair of scissors. Underwater rescue's a tricky business, The diver has to move slowly, carefully, to avoid startling the turtle. Snip by snip, the plastic falls away. And then, like magic, the turtle is free. It glides through the water, its movements graceful once more. The sunlight filtering through the water makes its shell gleam. Our next rescue brings us to a shallow bay, where a bottlenose dolphin, Tursiops truncatus, is stranded. These intelligent creatures are usually so at home in the water, but this one is out of its depth, quite literally. Its skin is dry and scratched from the sand, and you can hear its labored breathing. It's a race against time now. A team of marine biologists and volunteers wade into the water. They're moving with purpose, but also with gentleness. You see, dolphins are sensitive creatures, and stress can be as dangerous as the stranding itself. The team carefully lifts the dolphin onto a special stretcher designed for marine mammals. They're constantly pouring water over it, keeping its skin moist and cool. It's a delicate balance of speed and care as they move the dolphin to deeper water. Now we're heading north, way north, to the icy waters of the Arctic. Here, a harp seal pup, Pagophilus groenlandicus, is in danger. A rescue boat approaches slowly, careful not to startle the pup or further break the ice. The team uses a special crate lined with thermal blankets. It's crucial to keep the pup at the right temperature. With gentle movements, they scoop up the little seal. But the story's not over yet. They need to find a stable ice sheet and hope the pup's mother is nearby. It's a tense wait, but then success! The mother appears, and the family is reunited on solid ice. It's a small victory in the face of a much larger problem, but for this little family, it means everything. Each of these rescues tells a larger story. They're not just about individual animals, but about the impact we humans have on the ocean ecosystem. Fishing gear, plastic pollution, habitat loss. These are all human-made problems. And climate change? Well, that's the biggest threat of all, affecting everything from the tiniest plankton to the great whales. The reality is, if we're the source of these problems, we can also be the solution. These rescues show us that individual actions can make a real difference. Whether it's properly disposing of fishing gear, reducing our plastic use, or supporting efforts to combat climate change, we all have a role to play in protecting our ocean friends. Let's take a moment to appreciate the unsung heroes of these stories, the rescuers. These folks, they're out there day in and day out, often in challenging and dangerous conditions. They're a unique blend of scientist, veterinarian, and daredevil, all rolled into one. Their work requires not just knowledge and skill, but also a deep compassion for marine life. I've had the privilege of talking with many of these rescuers over the years, and let me tell you, their dedication is inspiring. They'll tell you they're just doing their job, but we know better. They're the front line in our efforts to protect and preserve marine life, and they deserve our thanks and support. Let's check in on our rescued friends and see how they're doing. That California sea lion we saw earlier. I'm happy to report it's been spotted several times, looking healthy and strong. The green sea turtle, Colonia midas, has been seen grazing on seagrass beds, its shell free of any plastic. Our bottlenose dolphin friend, Tursiops truncatus, is back with its pod, leaping and playing in the waves like nothing ever happened. These success stories are wonderful, but they're just a drop in the ocean, so to speak. For every animal we can rescue, there are many more that need our help. That's why conservation efforts are so crucial. We need to address these problems at their source, protecting habitats, reducing pollution, and fighting climate change. So, what can you do to help? Well, there's plenty. Reduce your plastic use, support sustainable fishing practices, and get involved in local conservation efforts. Every little bit helps, and together we can make a big difference for our ocean friends. Remember, even small actions can have a ripple effect in protecting species like the Xalophus californianus, Colonia midas, Tursiops truncatus, and Pagophilus groenlandicus we've met today. As we've seen today, the challenges facing our marine life are significant, but not insurmountable. With dedication, compassion, and collective action, we can ensure a brighter future for these incredible creatures. Remember, every time you make a choice that helps the ocean, you're part of the solution. Together, we can keep our seas thriving for generations to come.